Hey guys, my name is Saige, and welcome to this video everybody. In this video, we're going to be going over 5 of the most powerful weapons in Pixel Gun 3D right now. It's been a really long time since I've done a top 5, but I figured that we're probably overdue for one. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on it and also subscribe. That'd be very much appreciated. I don't really have that much time to upload and edit since school started, but with what little time I have, I want to make as many videos as I can for you guys. So this video will be about the top 5 most powerful weapons in Pixel Gun 3D, one from each category because we could be going over all heavies. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it, guys.
And every time I think about her, I'm in pain. Just can't seem to get her out my fucking brain. Haven't seen her and it's driving me insane.
Haha, funny joke. Shotgun, best gun in game, must appeal to audience. Subscribe for Peter Griffin, no scram. Yes. No guys, but for real, we can literally be going over heavies like all day, so I'm going to be picking one from each category, excluding the melee, so yeah, let's go ahead and hop right into our first choice. Okay guys, fashion your strap-ons because it is time for the ultimatum. Everybody knew this was coming, everyone knew this was going to be a choice. It is very, very obvious for multiple reasons. This is the Pixel Gun 3D player's wet dream right here. Everyone wants this weapon if they don't have it, and if they do have it, everyone loves it, everyone uses it. It's really good. It one-shots to the body, one-shots to the head, and it is really good at range as well. Not a lot of shotguns they're good at range. That's kind of what shotguns are known to be good for. They're good up close, but once you get far away, not really. But there's only one other shotgun in the game that actually goes that does better range than this one, which is the Masterpiece Musket. That is a sniper. This is a primary. We're going over primary first, so for the sake of actually staying consistent with what I want to be talking about here, we're going to be going with the ultimatum just because it is in the primary. So for now, I'm going to say that this is the best shotgun. You can probably argue that this is better than the Masterpiece Musket, but I do think that the Masterpiece Musket is probably more reliable because, again, does more damage at range, and it is legendary and still one-shots. It's also cheaper and easier to get than this, but again, we'll save that for another video. But ultimatum, really good at range, does 2 to 3 shots. It's really powerful. Up close, it'll one-shot, and obviously there's a lot of other shotguns that can compare to this one, but of course this one is on top. It does the most damage. It is the best looking, and it has a skin as well. A lot of people do use this if they do have it. I'm pretty sure that almost everyone that has the ultimatum uses it. Some people prefer to use assault rifles, but in that case I would say something like the Treasurer. So I bet a lot of you guys out there are going to be scratching your left nut over this one. It is kind of confusing on how it could possibly be on this list, but believe it or not, the Thunderer is currently the most powerful backup weapon that you can get in the game. That's what a lot of people had told me. It leaves people around like 30 HP or something like that. You can see it in this clip. It apparently does a lot more damage than I thought. It was buffed a few months ago, and I guess it went unnoticed. I didn't really know it happened, but I'm sure for a lot of pro people, or just people who are good at the game, I'm sure a lot of you guys knew about this. I actually didn't know about it. I didn't really pay attention much to the game's buff and nerfs or anything like that, but I thought it was really cool to see that this thing is a lot better than it used to be now, because I think the Exterminator used to be better than this, but obviously now the Thunderer is better. It is really good. I do love using it. It's a one-shot to the head, just like another weapon we'll be talking about here in a sec, but overall I gotta say that this is definitely one that you can get for sure, because it is available in the armory for all of you guys to be able to purchase. It's definitely worth your coins or gems or whatever it costs now. I don't know, I bought it like a year ago. I love it. It works well with 3-cat spam, and it does a lot of damage, even to the foot. There's only 2 different types of damage hits in this game, which is a head and body. Obviously the body covers pretty much everywhere else besides the head, so if you shoot someone in the toe, if you shoot someone in the elbow, if you shoot someone in their left ball, they're going to take the same amount of damage as if you shoot them in the chest. But for the headshot, it does one shot. I think it's a great weapon. I love it. I use it a lot. I now have switched to the laser cycler, but yeah, it's still pretty good. So if any of you guys are crusty hogs that have been watching my channel for a little bit over a year and a half now, you guys will know that I am a big fanboy of the poison darts. I always have been. I probably always will be. It is the first special weapon that I used for 3-cat spam. Right after the Comet got nerfed with delay, the poison darts sort of became the main thing that I decided I was going to use, and so the poison darts has been one of my favorite weapons for a really long time, but I did want to throw it in here. You'll see it towards the end. Here we were testing out the luxury beats and the deadly digital system, because we were all assuming that, hey, those two are probably going to be the most powerful of the the special category, and that's what I was kind of going with. I didn't really consider the poison darts at all. I didn't consider the Ice King because there are weapons that, you know, probably can kill more efficiently and just do better overall. And you'll see me here trying to use the deadly digital system. I think it's a good weapon, but once you see the poison darts in comparison to this, you'll be kind of you'll be kind of shocked just by how much damage the poison darts do. If you guys remember, I think a few weeks ago I uploaded a video about the poison darts and how they were actually buffed. They do a lot more damage now. They one-shot to the head, and they can actually one-shot to the body with good enough modules. I don't grind in clans enough. I don't really do a lot of challenges, so I can't really get good modules. I just don't play the game enough, simply. But if you shoot somebody in the body with it, for most people at this point in the game, it probably will take them all the way down to 0 HP. I literally whipped out the default shotgun, shot them once with it, and it finished them off, meaning that their HP must be really low, even though I don't have the best modules. And you'll see that again here in just a second. I really like the poison darts. They're available in the shop, and they're really high damage, and you'll watch it here. Even though I don't have the best modules, it still managed to one-shot them with the poison effect, and of course they do instantly one-shot to the head. In my opinion, the poison darts are probably the most powerful weapon in the special category. So next up in the Nut Grease Saga, guys, we're going to be talking about the Morgana and the anti-champion sniper. Both pretty much do the same amount of damage. I think the Morgana does a little bit more, but the anti-champion and the Morgana both can one-shot to the body with a little bit of modules on there. I have level 7, and my anti-champion was able to one-shot to the body on dev armor, which is what you're seeing here. And you'll see that in just a second as well. I tried to use the heavy sniper as well, but it just didn't really work that well. It doesn't one-shot for me anymore, probably because they either buffed armor or, you know, the dev armor, it doesn't one-shot anymore, but I think for gold clan, it can one-shot. It really depends on the modules that you're using, but I really do think that the Morgana and the anti-champion, both are really similar in damage. I think that, again, the Morgana does a little bit more damage than the anti-champion, but both are still pretty good. I had the anti-champion for a really long time. I think like right before I started using the Comet, like over a year and a half ago, I was using the anti-champion. So I gotta say that the anti-champion definitely surprised me when I used it against him in a one-shot. I really didn't expect it to do that. But yeah, I guess the anti-champion and the Morgana coming in this spot here for the sniper category as being the most powerful snipers in the game. There's not much to say. They one-shot, they're laser weapons. It's typical for laser weapons to do a lot of damage. So yeah. So this next one is probably going to have a lot of people skeptical, but it is actually the Big B's Oven. It is currently the most powerful heavy weapon in the entire game. I know a lot of people will probably say that it's going to be the Solar Flare. The Solar Flare is probably the most overpowered one because, you know, you can shoot it from so far away, it can launch onto multiple targets and do damage even if it's nowhere near them. But believe it or not, the Big B's Oven is actually the most powerful, even better than the Destructive System, even better than the Christmas Ultimatum, and even better than the Offensive Fireworks, the Ice Club, anything that you can think of. The Big B's Oven is actually more powerful. It does actually one-shot. A lot of heavies do one-shot depending with like what modules you have, but the Big B's Oven one-shots directly, and with the cluster effect, it gives like the final 30 HP that you need. But not a lot of the other weapons with cluster effect are able to one-shot. This one does if you do hit them directly with the cookie thing that it shoots out. I think that's still I guess pretty balanced somewhat, because if you don't hit them directly, it won't instantly kill them. But again, still very, very powerful. And it does have one major flaw though, which is that it takes a long time to shoot, and it also doesn't have that much ammo in it. So with the cost of power comes ammo and I guess reload speed. You can technically still spam it, I'm pretty sure, but I think it would be a lot harder to use than something like I don't know, the Royal Ashbringer or the Solar Flare, which is able to shoot and do a lot more damage much quicker. We're talking here just damage straight up, and that's going to be what the Big B's Oven is taking the place for. The Big B's Oven does the most damage out of any of the heavies currently in the game. Again, it isn't as practical as something like the Solar Flare, where you literally can shoot in the opposite direction of someone and still somehow damage them with like chain damage or whatever it's called with that thing. There are a lot of other heavy weapons that are probably going to be more useful. I don't know if the Big B's Oven has delay. I didn't really test that. I don't really use it that often, so if any of you guys have the Big B's Oven, I have it, but if you guys have it, let me know down in the comments if it has any sort of delay or anything. I'm assuming it doesn't because it's a heavy. Most heavy weapons don't have delay, but I don't know. You guys can let me know. This is definitely the most powerful one in the game right now. I think that a lot of people will try and beg to differ that it's a Solar Flare, but again, not talking about like, you know, the ability to be used, but just how much damage it does overall. Anyway guys, I'm gonna do the funny YouTuber thing and somehow drag this video out to 10 minutes, and by doing that, I'm just gonna do this random outro thing that doesn't really need to be here and has no purpose. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to click that like button, guys, and also subscribe to the channel. I'd very much appreciate that. I'm gonna try and post more often, but again, I don't really have that much time because of school. But yeah, see you guys all next time, I guess.